it's me, and welcome to a vlog post laundry edition. So you are on top of my dryer in my laundry room slash family closet that we made in our house. And I have a bajillion loads of laundry to do, but I also have vlogging on my list. And so I thought that I would just bring you along and we can just do this together because this is my real life. I wanted to come on here because it is literally a little over a week before I have my surgery. This is something that's very personal to share about, and I just have been really open about everything always, because that's just how I live my life. And I just thought that I would share with you the reasons why I'm having the surgery that I'm having. I've been pretty vocal about having a hysterectomy. So I'm having a hysterectomy because my uterus is just, oh, that girl's been through it, let me tell you. So not only am I doing that, but I am having a 360 tummy tuck. This is something that is kind of scary to talk about because everybody's always super judgmental. I have no idea why people are so judgmental of tummy tucks, because it's like, you know, if it wasn't the fact that I have maintained a 100-pound weight loss for 7 years, I have gained, some weight back and then lost it here and there. Mostly it had to do with my hormones and just kind of them being out of whack, and then I fixed them again with diet and supplements and care from my doctor. That's kind of like what happens. But I've pretty much maintained this weight loss, and with a large amount of weight loss comes issues, and that issue for me is hanging skin. I thought that I would be candid and open about everything that I'm feeling. I have my cousin Katie coming, and she's going to stay here for 2 weeks to help me, which I am so flipping grateful for. You have no idea. I am so grateful that she's coming, and I'm a little bit nervous about the recovery. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I have this plan, and I hope that this plan works because I have watched every YouTube video. I've read vlogs. I mean, everything. I don't really know if I'm considered, I feel like I will always be plus size. I am a size 14, 16. I feel like I would be a lot smaller size-wise if I had, this weight gone, this like extra skin, I should say, the weight of extra skin gone. And actually, that's just the reality of it. There is a lot of extra skin. And I will show you the extra skin so that we can get a before and after. It's kind of scary. So Katie's coming, and I asked her if she would help me document this, whole thing. Like, let's document surgery and the recovery while she's here. And then I feel like after 2 weeks, I might be able to kind of take it over from there. Let's hope that that's a real thing. Because from everything that I've seen, it is pretty daunting. The recovery does not look easy. Whether you're skinny or you're thick, because there are plus size tummy tucks, and that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't know if I'm considered a plus size tummy tuck or not. Either way, I'm me, and this is what I'm going to go through, and I'm excited to just share it with everybody and share my journey and what's going on. Let's talk about a couple things. I want to apologize for the length of this video because we are going to be talking about some or we are talking about some hard questions, hard things, trauma. Okay, let's talk about sorry, I realized I switched it around. Let's talk about the whole hysterectomy thing. Okay, first, The reasons why I'm having a hysterectomy are I've had a uterine rupture. I've had 2 uterine repairs. I've had uterine rupture, 2 uterine repairs. I've had 5 C-sections, and I've had horrific periods pretty much my entire life. I've just had horrible bleeding and cramps. And after I had Nunzio, we realized that like I just would not stop bleeding. Not only did I not stop bleeding, I had a retained piece of placenta. Keep looking over here, but you're over here now. Gotta watch it. I had a retained piece of placenta, and my body had created a blood clot around it, and yeah, it basically protected itself. And I had emergency surgery, and I had a DNC, and everything just all cleaned up in there. And I had already made the decision to have a hysterectomy because of my family history. My nonna had not only a prolapsed uterus after her last child, but she had uterine cancer twice. And one time it went into remission. Oh no, that was breast cancer, sorry. Went into remission. And then the uterine cancer, we ended up finding out when she had a heart attack and died. We ended up finding out that she had cancer and not told any of us. And I just really felt like, after talking with my doctor and having all these issues, and then that combined with the fact that my uterus has mesh on it that has been recalled now, it just seemed like the best decision to do that. So they are leaving my ovaries so that I should be okay hormonally, and I'm okay with this decision. I really just prayed about it and asked the Lord like what I should do, because I really don't like parts of my body missing, but at this point it was just what would be the most healthy for me, because I am really over feeling like I'm constantly trying to build my blood up, with diet, with supplements, with everything. And so anyways, I don't need to explain myself, but I'm going to explain myself because that's my personality. People pleaser. I'm really trying not to be a people pleaser, okay? While we are having this surgery, I had expressed to my doctor the issues that I was having with my extra skin. And this is something that is not just for fat people. This happens to skinny people who have extra skin also. I just know, based on all of the YouTube videos that I've watched and looked at comments, there are always these people on any of the ones that are talking about having a tummy tuck or whatever, saying, oh, you could have just diet and exercise. Yeah, guess what? I did do diet and exercise for 7 years. I've kept it up. Thanks. Still have issues, because extra skin is extra skin, okay? It just is what it is, okay? So I just feel like if there's some guy with gout in his mother's basement that wants to come at me, like, you have no idea about anybody's story, what they've been through, or anything, so save it, okay? Anyways, and then they'll be like, oh, yeah, you have a rash because you're fat. No, like, extra skin, it's just something that happens with extra skin. And unfortunately, it's just the reality of it, okay? So anyways, that was an issue, and I was just expressing to him about it, and he told me, hey, it's really common when I do hysterectomies that people come and they, get their excess skin cut off. And I said, is that a thing? And he said, yeah. And so I, decided to look into it. Originally, I was going to have a breast reduction and lift with it, but my surgeon advised me. He said, hey, I don't really like to do a breast lift and reduction because this is going up and then this is going down. And so it creates pressure right here on that incision. And I just thought, you know what, actually that makes a lot of sense. So what I decided to do, because I was going to wait till May of next year to have everything done. And what I was going to do was that, but then I thought, okay, well, I don't want to have 3 surgeries. I only want to have 2 surgeries. So we decided to do the hysterectomy and the excess skin removal, aka 360 tummy tuck, all at once. So that's happening, and it's happening so fast, so fast. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be prepared enough. I've watched so many videos, and I've gone and I've made lists and I've ordered things, and just trying to be as prepared as possible. I also wanted to say, it is not an easy thing to decide to have excess skin removed. I was not prepared for the way my body would look after this pregnancy. And I'm so grateful, first of all, that my son survived with such, medical diagnosis with the anti-big K and all of that. Like, I'm so grateful that he is okay and that I'm okay. But, just that. Also, in addition to that, the loose skin is real. It just makes me feel not confident. And it's weird because I'm a pretty confident person, I would like to think. When I know my calling, I know what I believe, and I'm so steadfast in that. But the reality of the situation is, being put on a diet at 6 years old. At 6 years old, I was basically told that the baby's awake. Told that my body was wrong and that there was something wrong with me because I was put on a diet. And I know, listen, my mother and my nonna did the best that they could at that time with what they had and what they knew. So I'm not saying this to shame anybody. Oh my gosh, this hair is stuck on my nose ring. There. I'm not saying this to shame anybody, to make anybody feel bad, feel sorry for me, whatever. I just have decided to break that with my children. And it's been beautiful to see my children raised differently. And that's okay. I'm going to, as an adult and as a person who's healing all of that, I'm going to change that for my children. And so I have girls who are just super confident in who they are, and they wear whatever they think is cool, and it's just been really beautiful. Anyways, so it's weird to say that I feel more confident as a fat girl than as losing this much weight and being the thinnest that I have been in 7 years, or maybe 6 years. 6 years probably. So I did lose over 100 pounds. I think it was 120. And then I gained about 40 back, sometimes 50, depending on my hormones and all of that. And then lost the rest of it. And am maintaining by just diet. And I'm not really exercising because I felt so weak from all of the blood loss that I experienced. So I'm actually kind of excited because I think I've been praying about what exercise is going to look like after I am healed. And, seeing if I could really do a thing where, like, I've always thought it was insane when people are like, I exercise for me. I'm like, okay, crazy. But exercise was always kind of I always viewed it as a punishment because I was forced to exercise. And I was forced, to wake up early to go on a walk as a kid in like middle school. And, to wake up at 5:30 as a middle schooler so that you can go walk to lose weight just kind of sucked. Okay. And so I want to see if I can change my relationship with that. Anyways, I think that I need to show you what my loose skin looks like. It's kind of scary to show you that, but I am going to show you what exactly is going on and what I've discussed with the doctor. And I'm equally scared and excited about the future. And oh, look at little tiny shorts. So cute. Gosh, is there anything cuter than little baby clothes? I swear. So cute. Anyways, it's been really, really hard because it's hard to lose weight and you see progress, but then you're still in a larger size clothes because you have loose skin. And it just kind of sucks, okay? I teach my kids like, hey, clothing, it's just a number, but when I was, I'm going to say 15, possibly 16, my mom came home with a pair of Roxy jeans from Costco. Well, they were like little capris because that was the thing back then. And they were a size 10, which Roxy size 10 was not like a normal size 10. She put them up in my room and said, hey, these are your goal pants. So I just like never, ever fit in them. But every morning when I woke up and every night when I went to bed, I would see those pants. And this is something that I've never shared with anybody. But I remember, I'm pretty sure that was freshman year of high school. Yeah. And I got pieces of paper because my room was like upstairs. It was a loft and I had my own bathroom and nobody ever like went into my bathroom because it was like the loft in the bathroom. And so I got pieces of paper and I started just thinking about all the things that people said about my body and I wrote them down on a piece of paper and I stuck it up in my bathroom so that when I got ready, I would see that and I would remember to stick to my diet. And sometimes I would, actually all the time, I would write on my thighs like some of those quotes. Like, I feel like this is like crazy business. And I should probably talk with my therapist when I talk to her in the morning about this. But I would write on my thighs like the quotes of what people said. Like, for example, I have tons of aunts and uncles, and multiple times I would hear, like, you're so beautiful, but you would be gorgeous if you were thin. And so that always stuck in my brain and my head. And so I would like write that on my thigh. That way I always went to the bathroom before lunch at school because I had PE before lunch. And I would be able to see that on my thigh and remember like, hey, don't go crazy at lunchtime because there was not somebody there to watch me eat. And this is like so sad to say, but it's the truth. And, I grew up that anytime I would eat pasta, I'd eat a carb, my grandfather would look at me and go, like, you're fat. And so anyways, it's been really hard to work through the fact that I'm, so close to my goal weight. Like, I'm going to say 20-ish pounds, right? To my goal weight. And I'm still in a 14-16. pants, which is what I wore when I was 240 pounds. So, and I mean, when I say goal weight, I mean the goal weight that doctors have told me my entire life, like of 180 pounds. So that's wild to me. But that's okay. That brings me to another thing, which I'm going to talk about. I ended up finding out last week that my insurance was not going to cover my surgery. It didn't matter that I have spent money on prescription creams so that I didn't get or try to avoid a staph infection. It didn't matter that, you know, this is like a literal health hazard. In fact, they told me that I didn't meet the BMI requirement, which felt like a kick to the face because BMI is so outdated. And, you know, it's just really a bummer. I'm sorry if this is like so distracting because I'm like getting laundry, but we're doing laundry, remember? It's just such a bummer because it feels so outdated, and it really sucks because I've had multiple like nutritionists, medical professionals, whoever, tell me that to never get under 180, and that was my goal weight literally since I was 15 years old. And to be told that I need to weigh 130 pounds in order to have this surgery covered just sucks and felt like a complete kick to the butt. Kick to the butt. Kick to the stomach. Well, maybe the butt too. But yeah. And then the other reason that they denied me, even after like a peer-to-peer with my doctor, was that they felt like my stomach needed to hang 2 inches lower because they could still see my lady bits, which is wild to me because I have 6 inches of stomach, which I'm going to show you now. Okay, hi. This is very scary for me to kind of just show the world my excess skin. But like I said, I'm going to be real and document the reality of what I've been dealing with for 8 years. So I have you set up in my room. I am currently, it's the day before surgery, so I'm setting everything up. This is the recliner, my husband's recliner, and we brought it in our room so that there's one recliner here and one recliner in the living room. So I have 2 places that I can be because from everything that I've read, it's like a recliner for the next 8 weeks. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you my loose skin. Okay. So this is what it looks like from the side. Then all of this is my loose skin from weight loss, babies, over 100 pounds of weight lost. This is all of my loose skin, and it goes all the way back here to here. This is all, you can see that like this pulls on my back right here. It's also made me lose my butt. Not that I really had one, but you can see that this has like brought that down, which the doctor told me is normal for, you know, over 100-pound weight loss. So this is all gonna be, gone. All of this. All of that's gonna be cut off tomorrow. The doctor did say that I'm gonna have 2 surgeries. So in May, I'm going to have my boobs, I'm gonna have a reduction and a lift done, and I also have excess skin there, which I'm going to show you right now. Even though the surgery isn't till May, I wanna show you because he told me that right here, it probably won't be super tight because you can see, like, you can pinch the skin here even though this is pulling. But I have this roll. So like I have my saggy boobies, which are stuffed in here, but I have this like excess skin roll right here that is not part of my breasts, but it's just a roll from excess like weight loss. So he said, you know, this is obviously, it could go down some, but I'm still gonna have this until I have the full reduction. So that's where I'm at. And I'm going to make another vlog about getting ready today and, you know, what I've been feeling.